Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sporty stream. We haven't been here in a little while. Hopefully all are doing well. I'm Sporty FC, and we've got the Advent Cup this evening. Incorrect Azul, 100x35 Mist. We've seen Mist already this season, but Azul, a newer team for us, although not that new in all reality, because if you take a look at the lineups that they have, and again, we'll get things loaded here. As again, this is the lineups we have here. Again, we've already seen Mist this season. That was when they beat ODU Monarchs Silver 3-1. This is a good Mist team. I think we may have seen them then. Again, the other team being Incorrect Azul. We recognize this team. It's Wall, EJ, and Marn, and Vulcan Z. So, our roster very recognizable to us. We've seen all of these players before. So, not too crazy for us here. And I mean, with what we've known from these players, this is a very, very fun roster here, and both these teams have done really well this season. Mist, I've surprised me. I mentioned at the start of the season. That's Siri. I mentioned this at the start of the season that I didn't know how good this Mist team was going to be in reality. Well, they surprised a lot of people coming to this tournament. This is what our groups look like right now. I know it's really wide, but all you need to know about is where both these teams are located. So if we go to where Incorrect Azul is, they're currently 5-1 in their group, tied with Evil Fatal in group record and game differential. They are leading, though, in head-to-head. That's the tiebreaker that they are winning on right now, is head-to-head. They played them... Oh, they didn't play them recently. Evil Fatal actually should be ranked a little higher here, but again, they have beaten Incorrect Azul. Azul is showing that #1 spot, probably because of initial seed. Evil Fatal actually does beat them in that position, so Evil Fatal actually has them beat on head-to-head. And the other side, it's with the Wet Jets and X35 Mist, who are tied in their group. So if we take a look where they are sitting in Group D here. Again, they're both 5-1, game differential +6. Yeah, she's a little bit messed up. I think Cody forgot to add in that tiebreaker. I'll have to let him know afterwards about this, because there's a very good chance tiebreakers will decide that #1 spot for either of these groups. Again, for the Wet Jets and Mist. Wet Jets, I think, lead on... Yeah, Wet Jets do lead on head-to-head. They do have Mist beat there, having beat them in Game 5 in Week 2. With Mist, they're trying to catch up. If they lose here, they're under the pressure of Wet Jets. Same goes for Incorrect Azul. So, again, a lot of pressure for both these teams there that they are facing. That #1 seed is very much there for the moment. For actually Incorrect Azul, that #1 seed matters a lot more to them than you might think. This team does not actually have... They will not be able to play the starting roster on that day due to actually a roster issue. Their starting roster cannot actually participate on the wildcard without using substitutes. So, this Incorrect Azul team, they really have a reason to be that #1 seed. They do not want to have to play in the wildcard with subs. And, well, if they can skip that, they go to the main event day. That day, they actually are able to play with their starting rosters, so that's really what they're hoping for, is to escape that. For Mist, they're really just trying to prove people wrong. They're trying to come in here, prove people wrong. I mean, players like Averted have been here this whole season. He's really been trying to prove people wrong, specifically House Wyffendor, an org that he definitely has a bit of a grudge for, having been on them. I think those Wyffendor leftovers in the past. Now he really wants to get his, get the answer. So far, I Mist, he has been an exceptionally talented player on this roster, and again, he really is trying to prove House Wyffendor wrong in the tournament that they're sponsoring, again, the Advent Cup. So this is a pretty big division for Averted to be in. He really wants to take down House Wyffendor, and so far, I Mist, they're in a really good position to be in. So while we get things sorted out here, while we get these teams in the lobby, prediction poll is live. Incorrect Azul or 100x35 Mist. Both these teams at that second seed position, so they're really trying to get things sorted out here. So thank you for the little bitch cheer as well. Thank you very much there, Vice. Did you drink the bottle yet? What do you mean? What do you mean by did you drink the bottle yet? You didn't redeem the hydration check. You need to redeem that first, but we'll get things sorted out here very soon. As again, we'll get these teams in just a moment. As again, 1 second. As there we go again. We're gonna just give these teams. There's the drink flake from 50. All right, 50. You would drink a bottle? I did. All right then. Well, 50 got the drink break anyways. Here's the water bottle. Here we go. Hydration check. There you go. There's the hydration for you. Actually, that felt pretty good. It's ASMR. Yeah, it's an ASMR stream. That's what I'm known for, being really quiet. Definitely. That's what my stream's known for. As we are going to get these teams in just a minute, so give me like a little moment here. We are missing one of these teams, so there's the door slam. Just heard my roommate would get up and leave, so real quick, let me get these teams in. So there we go. We'll get these teams in just a moment. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long for incorrect Azul. They are a little late. I know they can make it tonight, so they should be here a minute or two. So apologies on that. But it should be a good series here. I'm excited for this. And again, I think they are probably just doing some warm-up. There they are! Wall's in, Vulcan's in, and EJ's in. Just had to give them a little reminder. I think they may have lost track of time, but fortunately, that's just about it here. So let's get these teams in. A little late-night matchup for all of you who are interested. Incorrect Azul, RX35 missed. Both of them in groups, battling for that #1 overall spot out of the group. And yes, that spot does matter. Not only do you go to the postseason, guaranteed, you go to that final bracket, guaranteed. You skip the wild card. And this is a big match for both sides here as Averted, Iris, or Nines, whatever username they're going for. I've seen both. I think they said they want to go by Iris tonight, but again, it's incorrect. Azul on the blue, 135 missed on the orange, and a best of 5 matchup at #1 overall spot up for grabs. And yeah, 100x35 missed, trying to keep that offense on early. It's been a long day for me. I've been on various different streams, so it's always nice to be back here on the sportiest stream. And ATS action, again, those playoff spots up for grabs. There's not too many of them, though, that are still in contention, but for both these teams, they're both battling for spots up for contention. Again, both of them holding that second seed right now in their group. Whoever wins this will take the first seed in their group, but again, both these teams do not win on that head-to-head tiebreakers, so they not only do they have to do well, they have to hope that the team right next to them in group doesn't do well themselves. So the pressure up for both of these sides as pressure gets going in. What's really interesting as well about this is that whoever loses this match, they better hope they don't lose by much, because even if you lose, there's still a chance that team ahead of you might lose even more. Because again, game differential is a tiebreaker that goes before head-to-head. There's a miss there! In goes Averted, and missed will take goal 1. Incorrect Azul, a whiff off the back wall from EJ, and that's an easy chance for Averted to take. And again, unlike RX35 missed 2, I think shocked a lot of people to do this well in this division. Incorrect Azul are no surprise to do well in this division. Everybody saw them coming into this division and knew that this was going to be a team that would be one of those front runners, and so far they have been just that, a front runner. They've been consistently, they've been on the top 5 leaderboards in the power rankings each week, and although their group is quite a tough one to deal with, the fact that they're there with Team Evil Fatal, who are many people consider one of the best teams in this division. Incorrect Azul again trying to surpass them, take their spot in the wild card as in goes Averted. That's going to be goal number 2, and missed right now, off to an amazing start. 2 goals already. That is a great finish from Averted. From the midfield, jumps up for it, and not really wasting too much time. And for Incorrect Azul getting the matchup early here, they're really getting themselves under a lot of pressure, and Mist is not exactly done with this as well. Averted looking for number 3. Will be stopped by Wall, but get incorrect as a team. Actually have a lot of chemistry together. All 3 of these people have been teammates before. But of course, I mean, what we know out of Incorrect Mist, this team bringing a lot of chaos to this match, and Incorrect is not exactly happy with that. There's been a couple open nets already. Rice will take another one. Oh, and it just comes from a backflip there. Leaves the net wide open, and man, just some simple mistakes that are coming back to hurt them there. It was Wall with the backflip there. And that is so far been the name of this game. It's been Mist, who's just been happy to take these open nets because Incorrect Azul have given them those open net chances. Again, for Mist, who love to play with that chaos, they're going to love those because they will eat up every open net they get. And another one for Incorrect. Team bump. Volkenzy ran right into Wall. Man, this game one could not get any worse for Incorrect. It has been a snowball since the very first goal, and I don't know how much worse this can get, but we're still only halfway through this game, and we've already seen 4 goals unanswered from 135 Mist. I don't know what we're going to see here from them, but what we are seeing is one team watching as the other team is disintegrating before their very eyes. And again, for that, you know, that top seed playoff spot, straight to the final hybrid bracket, up for grabs. Both these teams really do want this. As EJ, Wall will clear this back. It's a demo on Iris as Volkenzy. Oh, Iris got bumped in that clear, but will be space that Incorrect Azul will look to take. Volkenzy to the back corner. This one tapped down. X35 Mist. Still holding Incorrect Azul to 0 goals so far. And again, both these teams have their competitors in each group. For Incorrect Azul, it's Team Evil Fatal, who have just not been a very forgiving team this season. And for Mist, it is the Season 2 Apex Cup champions in the way for Wet Jets. For waiting upon this match. Again, neither team can guarantee their spot after this series, but it does really do matter for both these teams how well they do here. As a reminder, a sweep loss for either of these teams will guarantee they're going to be stuck at that number 2 seed out of their group. So there's a reason to win games here. Every single game matters. And if you lose, you still have a chance for both these teams to take that top spot. So they really are working for both of. They really are working here for both of them. As up goes 9, or Iris, I should say. EJ flip reset there, and very awkward position to be in. As Wall now back the other way, trying to go for a flip reset of his own. EJ demoed out by Iris, and X25 Mist trying to challenge onto this one, but Incorrect Azul waiting midfield. Averted gets the block. EJ averted. Demo in the midfield as Volkenzy takes out Rice. Up goes Iris, right back down to EJ. X35 Mist though. Not had too many complaints about game 1. This has just again been a story of one team falling apart and the other team taking notice. Incorrect Azul had a lot of overcommits early on in this game, and they were all counted on. 135 Mist are going to take game 1 here, and it was just mistakes from Incorrect Azul that really cost them this game. Nothing more, nothing less, really. That was really it for this. It was Mist on offense. It was Azul who could not hold their defense, and that was the story of game 1. Mist with a shutout victory. And as soon as game 1's over, we're already thinking about going into game 2 here. 135 Mist. And Incorrect Azul, again, reminder, whoever wins this one will be taking that number 1 seed in their group, but the question is if they can hold this one. That's where the real question comes into play here. We got a game 2, 135 Mist. With a great start, just again taking advantage of all the mistakes Incorrect Azul is making. Again, for both these teams, on a battle for that top spot. You don't talk about much more of a glory match for either side, because this really is a match for that glory. I mean, winner of this, very likely, is going to be a team that will be number 1 seed out of their group. And Mist right now is looking like the much better team. 2 players went up and 2 players whiffed for Incorrect Azul. EJ, Volkenzy, neither of them able to connect there, and that is painful because that's exactly how game 1 started. It was a whiff for Incorrect Azul that cost them the first goal. And it's Mist right now, who is absolutely taking advantage of mistakes like those from Incorrect. And again, for Azul, the only team out of Incorrect still left in the Advent Cup, Incorrect Gold being the other one. But with how badly their season went, I don't think many want to talk about Incorrect Gold here. Hux 35 Mist, one of many teams out of Hux 35 battling for that top spot, the other one being 100X Royals. Both these teams battling for those top spots in the Advent Cup, and both of them very likely teams to go very far in this Advent Cup as well. And there is, again, real reason to skip that wild card, especially in the Advent Cup where everything as close as it is as, wait a second, Volcansy and Rice stuck in a headlock there. We'll see how long they hold this one. As it now our Mary mode has momentarily become a 2v2 rather than a 3v3, and Mist still looking like the better team, although averted. Missed on his hook shot, and Hux 35 Mist will keep control nonetheless, but they'll lose it eventually. Wall now setting up EJ, but not a lot of space to work with. Hux 35 giving us away to Iris. Wall keeps it away. Up goes Rice, but he'll go out as... we do see that Rule 1 broken there. I don't know who left it, but probably was a team bump, honestly. And Incorrect Azul. And Mist back to full power, full strength, as we're in a 3v3 all over again. Averted. Oh, Volcansy actually missed that one. So did EJ. And for Azul, the whiffs and odd mistakes continue for them. Hux 35 trying to control themselves. They're up by 1, but that lead may not hold forever. They're still looking for that second, but with less openings given by Incorrect Azul, Mist has got to find more creative ways to hit that net. Oh, is that a good chance, Volcansy? Needed to take that one. It was a great opportunity. I mean, it just had to shoot that one. But it was Mist. And Mist, oh, they're not going to let him get out of defense here. Well, we'll get back for the save, but... Hux 35 holding that 1-goal lead tightly here. Again, for Azul, even winning one game gives them the chance to take that number 1 seed in their group. As Iris to the back wall. Wall missed it, averted. Is it on target? Saved away by EJ. And Iris stopped by Volcansy. Rice will send it away. Incorrect Azul. Take things back as Wall does leapfrog there. Volcansy saved by averted. He was covering the front post. Realized late the pass was going to connect there. Had to make a quick decision to jump to the other side of the net, but he gets the block. Missed, holding on to that 1-goal lead. They have been all over the place so far, but it has been successful to say the very least. That shot going wide. Wall. When will Incorrect actually hit the net here? So many chances in it. No goals to speak of this series. Averted. Wall, can he get there? He will. But Mist, holding on for dear life. Game 2 could be theirs. They're just a little over a minute away. Volcansy. Averted preventing EJ from taking the shot, and now they prevent EJ from taking possession. Wall. Really bad first touch there. Giveaway. Averted will double the lead to 2. And it was a bad first touch from Wall, and as soon as he hit it, he knew that was just not the touch he needed there. And he had no chance to get there. Averted. Off the bar and in. And Missed. Take a second. And for Azul, it has been a frustrating game for them. They have absolutely controlled their offense, and yet they have not scored because even with it. I don't know what else that they can do here because they have played offense. They just can't hit the nets, and Hux 35 Missed. Slowly walking away from them here in a game that I honestly could have been a lot closer had Azul been able to just score once or twice. But of course, they weren't able to convert, and Hux 35 Missed are going to very, very pleased with this game, at least the result of it. Maybe not the way that they got to the result, because again, this really felt like an incorrect game to lose, and yet they have not found a way to score. So if I've missed at this point, keeping the ball away as we're hitting the very final seconds. It's Averted with yet another pinch out here. EJ trying to find one more. Vulcan Z beat by Iris, and X35 missed. We'll keep this ball away. Actually, keep it up on 0 seconds, and it will hit the ground. And for a second straight game, they have shut out Incorrect Azul. It was, I think, 5-0 in Game 1, now it's 2-0 in Game 2. This really felt like Incorrect's game to lose, and they have not found a way to score yet this series. They did lose it. So far, that's been this... I mean, that was Game 2 for us. A lot less mistakes from Incorrect. They played a lot better. They just can't... They can't find the net there. They had only 5 shots. I thought they had a lot more than that. Maybe that's the issue for them. They just couldn't score. They couldn't hit their shots. And a reminder, if they lose the series in a sweep, they're guaranteed to be second seed in their group due to the head-to-head tiebreaker going against them here. So, it's a big match for Incorrect. They need to win this one if they want any chance at #1 overall seed out of their group. Game 3. The series keeps going here. Incorrect Azul needs a win from here. But for X35 missed. And shutouts so far. I don't know if they're going to keep that this game, but how they've been playing, things are looking up for them. Averted. Oh, no way! Is that in? Oh, it's off the back post! That looked like it was going to net. And missed. Oh my, what a start that would have been for Averted. I thought that he hit that one. It nearly was too. X35 missed, coming in with confidence and for good reason. They have no reason to be afraid. But in goes Wall. And Incorrect Azul have hit the net, have struck gold for the first time this series. Over 10 minutes straight of goallessness. And they finally put one in, and it comes from the team captain. A great drop-down shot for Wall. More importantly, that's just a confidence booster. This team, they needed a goal. They needed it at some point. They've found it. They've taken it. Now what can they do with it? But X35 missed. They're not giving up anything here. BJ trying to give them something else to think about here. That quick reset. Not hit the nets, but he goes missed the other way, and I think they've gotten away with a couple games so far of just taking advantage of mistakes. They can't rely on that anymore against Incorrect. They're gonna have to find their own chances at some point. They're gonna need to create them too, and again, so far for Mist, they've just gotten away with the mistakes of Incorrect. What did you do there? What did they do here to really make their own plays work? Rice. Not only just the player for X35 Mist, but he's also the manager for Hunter X Knight for DTR, who's going to be competing in our Paradise Cup coming up. Really a player that you should recognize out here. He has been demoed away. Iris racing back with no boost, just able to keep this wide. Averted. Actually turning on this one too. Musty flick, fakes it under one. But Wall wasn't going to be fooled for long there. Iris now. Up goes Averted. Will commit for Incorrect, but shot blocked. It's Azul with the lead. Bounce off the back wall. And X35 missed. Trying to control this time here. Rice gets by Wall. Up goes Iris, but snuffed out from EJ. And now Incorrect trying to find another pass. Wall nearly hitting up Vulcan Z, but touch not there. It was Mist who caught him just in time. Incorrect right now. Looking for another. That could have gone in too. Iris doing well to recover, but and X35, they need to find offense. They'll get it here. Averted. Not very powerful. Vulcan Z. Not even have a second guess about that one. Again, Incorrect doing really well. They know that the only thing that's really worrying them is those mistakes. They're just not making any more. They're consistent. They're playing in the face of X35 Mist. And this has started to get a little bit more interesting for them. 2 goals now in Game 3, and without making any mistakes, 125 Mist just don't have an answer. There's no more openings, there's no more overcommits, there's no more whiffs off the back wall. Just from raw talent, Incorrect Azul does beat out X35 Mist, as well with another play. It'll be cut out, but From what was looking like a perfect sweep at the end of game 2, it now feels like it could be a reverse sweep, but averted, looking to put an end to it. He started off incorrect, but missed scoring here in game 3. Just a perfect pass from Rice, right to averted's front bumper. Now only one goal away from tying up this game. One goal needed now for 135 missed. Incorrect Azul. Again, really do need this game. I mean, for both these teams, they really do need this series, but we'll keep searching. As Iris. EJ. Don't fire averted there, and will help out Volkman. He was looking a little lost on that goal line. Now he bumped out. Averted shot. Kept away. He'll hit this one back for Iris, and now his space. Iris has got a lot of options to their disposal. Back wall. Left this one in front. And a demo on averted means there's nobody to shoot this one. Rice will have to keep the offense. Iris. The preset in use. Will use it, but great job from Volkensy to cover that one. Great job from Incorrect Azul, even though they're only leading by 1, to make it really feel like they're leading by a lot more. And the way they're playing is with full confidence. Just a smart playstyle overall. They're not taking anything for granted anymore. It's been a series that has definitely not been nice to them at the very start here. But they have warmed up. Now they've really got to put their foot to the gas, their foot on the pedal, and take these chances. But only a 1-goal lead, and it may not hold for long. 1-0. That shot's in. Iris has tied the game up. Alex 35 missed. Have kept things close. So far has been so good. Here we go again. EJ averted. Nemo's in the midfield. Max 35 missed again. Now only 1 goal away from taking the series in a sweep. Wall. EJ. Iris. That's a very poor first touch here. And EJ actually has a chance on this one, but deflected wide by Rice. We go to overtime. Next goal wins game 3 and potentially wins the series. But it's Incorrect Azul who want to keep it going. Again, if they lose here, they're guaranteed to not be able to take that number 1 seed out of their group, and they'll be forced to play in the wild card. Max 35 missed. Feels like in the perfect position right now. Oh, but they've owned gold! Oh, a tragic end to game 3. EJ sent this one to net, and it fell through. It would have been wide had Iris not connected. But the unfortunate has happened here. Incorrect Azul keep the series going. And as we do get a call for a server reset. Incorrect Azul. And they looked like the better team that game as well. They absolutely played like it. It did feel like for Mist, they had the momentum in their favor. It really does feel like they have this series. They just have not been able to take it. Here we go. Game number 4 of this series. Incorrect Azul now looking to make a reverse sweep on the stream. With what's up for grabs here, with what's in play. Next 35 missed. They're proving that they can take these games. They just now need to take it themselves. That's where the issue is for them. Just a moment. Let me see if I can get them back in. Again, a best of 5 series. Reminder for all of you watching, for both these teams, this is their last best of 5 of the season. This is their last regular season match. This really is important for them. They need to get themselves into that wild card, well, they're both guaranteed for at least the wild card. But they really do need to get into that final bracket. To do that, they're going to need to get those wins, as important as they are. Azul facing that pressure, but they've taken game 3 in overtime. Can they keep this going? X35 missed. Again, it took the first 2 games without giving up a single goal themselves. Now that, you know, we're seeing a much stronger version of Incorrect Azul. What does Mist have, again, as an offer? What do they do on offense now, knowing that those mistakes aren't going to come again? Because, as we see again, just from raw talent, Incorrect Azul has most teams in this division beat. And that would include 100x35 Mist. Mist, they really can't make this about raw talent. They've got to make this about that teamwork, about something else. Something that Incorrect Azul isn't exactly known for being talented in. I know, they're just playing it on defense, and look at this from Incorrect, just beating them to those challenges in that midfield. And 125 Mist now struggling with a little bit of the boost issues. In it goes, EJ will be dunked away, and now up goes averted. No shot on the end of that play, and just have to try it again. Iris. Rice, oh wait, that was a free chance there for him, but able to get around it. Now a follow-up shot. Volkenzy is waiting for it. But 135 Mist still nothing on the board here for either side. Still they search. That's left midfield as Incorrect quick to smother it out. But it is still 135 ball, and Iris with another chance. Trying to shoot that one behind Volkenzy. And he nearly got it too, but once again, the shot bringing out just wide, and all that Incorrect will need to see there. Game stays tied. EJ. Iris. Wall unable to challenge that in time, and Incorrect waiting back, but 135 Mist just really playing this through the 50-50s, through that pure aggression. Again, nothing really breaking through. And, well, already tonight, now the question really persists is, who wants to be the hero tonight? Because there's so many different players that can really do it. Who's going to be that leader? Who's going to lead their team to victory? Because this is a ultra important game in a series like this. This is almost certainly going to dictate the rest of the series. I mean, Mist can win the series here. Incorrect can take game 4, can walk into game 5 with all the momentum they need. Again, with this being the last match of the regular season for both sides, this is absolutely huge for them. As in goes Rice, they're able to keep it out as Iris was up in the air. Oh, it's ringing out, but 135 Mist with space up on offense. EJ now to keep control. This one 50 down to averted. Iris, we actually could have had that one. Didn't work out properly, and Iris will direct it wide. Mist, still searching, averted. Just running straight into Volkenzy, and just trying to get rid of Incorrect Azul defenders, but not enough attackers to help them. 135 Mist, stuck in just getting up any further than the midfield. Now they've really got to wait, because here goes Incorrect. They'll be holding on offense, and Mist not exactly in a great position here. Low boost for a couple of these players. Demos raining out, and Incorrect Azul, again with that pure talent they have, they're going to really use it here. EJ. Whoa, to help him! That's goal 1 of the game! It took almost 4 straight minutes of work, but Incorrect Azul will be the ones with it. As EJ assisting Wall. And Incorrect Azul searching for that reverse sweep. Maybe another chance. This one is kept out. Iris able to get to it quickly, but 100 Mist have their hands forced. They've got to score now with less than a minute to go. Wall. I'm over there in the midfield, but It's Iris who will come up with this one. Averted, setting it up. EJ first two, but incorrect. Not actually leaving themselves very well there. That first touch just left for the midfield, and Averted's gonna take this. What a save for Vulcans. They had to double back on that one. Incorrect. Azul holding it down. Iris, dunk. EJ, does he have it? No, he doesn't. Oh, it snuck by him. And it may be a little silly. It may look a little awkward. But all Mist cared about is that it goes in. EJ had pushed a little too far into that net. And now it's tied up with 28 seconds to go. Oh, we got a disconnect here. EJ stops moving off the kickoff here, and I'm feeling that's a controller disconnect. Unfortunately for Ingrid Azul, they've got to play 2v3 for the rest of this game. And here goes a shot. Averted save. EJ has recovered. Now he's here to play some defense, but 35 missed. Still searching on offense. EJ able to get the save. Time running out. We may go to yet another overtime this series, unless Mist have something to say about it. They won't. We got a golden goal all over again. Reminder. This match really will almost certainly determine that for one of these teams who really can take that top spot. It's another overtime win for Incorrect. And it's EJ with the finishing blow up with back wall. They've been beating Mist on those challenges all game, and that one could not have been any bigger. That is huge, and we go to game 5. Incorrect Azul could take the reverse sweep. One game away from a reverse sweep. Incorrect Azul. My goodness, this has been a roller coaster of a series. This has been exciting all the same. Game 5, Champions Field. The end of our series. Reminder, there's a huge spot up for grabs here, but both these teams are battling for it. Incorrect Azul went 2 games down with the risk of being forced to accept the second seed out of their group. They've brought it back to game 5. Here we go. One more game in this series. Incorrect Azul now have a chance to create the reverse sweep. Wall, Volkenzy, that's off a crossbar. Mist, they've been peppered with shots all night long, ever since their win in game 2. It's been Incorrect Azul who have controlled the offense. And Mist take it back for one more game. Averted. A double tap there, really gives himself so much space to work with, and Wall wasn't ready for this. But he does eject Averted out of the field, and Mist, well, they will keep it. They're not going to win these challenges. Yet again, Volkenzy up a lot faster than Incorrect, than Mist wanted to, and they need to be careful because, again, Incorrect has destroyed them on those high challenges. They've been the faster team so far tonight. 135 Mist. Gonna keep them boxed in as Iris is clear. Straight to EJ. He sends it back, and it is 135 Mist territory. Volkenzy. Averted waiting under him as EJ now looking to provide support, but out that past the wall. 135 Mist can convert the other way, but no chances made. Again, for Mist, it is only fleeting opportunities on offense that they're looking at. And even then, fleeting isn't going to be good enough to beat out Incorrect Azul. They're going to need some real opportunities, some really hard-worked play here. They just can't find it. Incorrect Azul is just getting faster and faster every game. Oh, it's a bump midfield. In comes EJ, but a bit too slow to the play. Was sitting back really far as that last player knew that had that play not connected, Incorrect Azul would be racing back to defense. They would have needed his services there. It's a defensive approach, but in a game this close, I don't think you can exactly blame him for that decision. Oh, but you may blame Wall for this one, because it's wide open! And Averted caught him with his pants down. Missed. Just waiting under this, and that's another backflip from Wall. It hurt him earlier this series in, I think, Game 2. It has only hurt him here and now in Game 5. That is a huge goal for Mist. They need the lead. They'll take it here. And for Wall, and he's been so consistent. He's been the heart of this Incorrect Azul team. That's a shocking mistake, at least at this point. But Volkenzy's gonna answer! And it won't matter if Wall makes the mistake on one end of the field, because in comes Volkenzy to fix yet another backflip from Wall. My goodness, this is a consistent issue for him, I guess. Unfortunately, he's got Volkenzy behind him this time. That shot has gone to the heart of the net. And they're not even done with that. Another shot on, this time from EJ. Saved by Rice, and now Wall, yet again caught it in the midfield, a bit lacking, but will he get back? He's got it here, but he's getting dunked out. That's going to go to the back post, and Miss now running laps around Incorrect Azul. Rice pinched it the other way. Up goes Averted. EJ not letting that one stay on the back line. Up goes Incorrect. Volkenzy wins the race to the ball. EJ. Weak there, missed. Pinch this one. Missed there. Averted. What a save for Wall. Rice. This one. That's Volkenzy. Oh my, it's kept out. How have they kept themselves in this one? Back-to-back saves. And Incorrect Azul battling here in Game 5. Ball unable to get through Iris. Incorrect Azul held hostage. 175 missed team that just will not quit. Averted now. Another start on offense for 135, but will be forced back. Incorrect Azul have them beat here. Iris, the cutoff in the midfield. 135 missed, yet to give up any space on offense. Incorrect, just yet to get any space on their offensive side of the field. Yes, even when the ball gets thrown into their half, they have a way to answer. They have a way to keep the possession. And Incorrect at this point, they might just be playing for overtime. And this game has been a bloodbath. Not for the amount of goals, it's just for the amount of chances these teams have had. And yet, and how much pressure they've been feeling, and yet, still they hold on. The real question is, how aggressive is Mist willing to play now? They know they've got the offense held, but they know that Incorrect Azul can counterattack. How aggressive do they want to play this one? Especially with so little time to go. Can I get that many chances before this game resets? Volkenzy. Wall. Incorrect Azul have won the last 2 games in overtime. Have the advantage in golden goal situation, and even then, this game is yet to be decided. Averted. One more chance for Miss. Left midfield. Rice not going to get there. Iris will, but it hits the line. It doesn't go in. And we've got Game 5 OT. A 3rd straight overtime. And this is a 3rd straight game that Incorrect can win in this position. Again, we go to golden goal. And Incorrect Azul has generally been the better team here. Missed. Seeing this game slip away from them at 0 seconds on the goal line. They can't be in a good position right now, mentally. It's been exhausting to know that you've gone 2 games up and still cannot win this one. Rice can't get back! It was Iris who went for boost, and it was no one catching the net. Incorrect Azul have made the reverse sweep. What an ending! A tight finish. It's 3 straight overtime wins. Incorrect Azul take it. What an ending. Wall with the finisher. End off the regular season for Incorrect Azul. What a gut-wrenching series to play in. Know that it was so close to being over. They've battled through a lot of adversity. I don't know if they battled through that much, though. That is a huge win. They're going to now surpass Team Evil Fatal, but remember, with only a game differential of +1 over them, Evil Fatal can surpass them here. We play against the Whiffer Wet Jets, though, which is no easy feat. The Wet Jets, one game above, 135 missed. This is a sketchy situation for both for these teams. For Mist and for Azul, either of them can still take the #1 seed out of their group, but Azul's in a little bit of a better position. They really put the pressure on Team Evil Fatal. What a series. So happy to get this one late as well. These teams are so nice to actually push this series back. It lived up to the expectations. Azul will take this one. Not have been much more intense than that, I don't think. Again, what's even more fun is that if you think this is intense, we've got a pretty good match tomorrow night on this stream as well. It's Team Astro playing for their spot, taking on Gryffindor QC. Team Astro, if they win their series tomorrow, will be in the wild card. So we've got a pretty impressive series tonight. We had a pretty impressive series tonight. We've got a pretty intense one tomorrow as well. Of course, we gotta get an interview here. One second, let me... These players in here as... In comes Wall. A 3-2 series, but it's been a long time since I've seen you. What a series, though. A 3-2, a reverse sweep over 135 missed. A tense ending to your regular season.
Absolutely, man.
You guys got it. You guys got it done. Your first 2 games were awful, to say the very least. But your last three, you guys pulled it back. How are you guys feeling? That must have been your most intense series of the season.
That was absolutely the most intense series of the season, man. Man, I didn't think we had it in this, man. We're usually doing the opposite.
Talk about it as well. I mean, this is a team in New York that's known to have their inconsistent issues this season. I think it's been no surprise that you guys have had series where you struggled. This one felt like it was going to be yet another series where you guys just came in and could not get things started. Those first 2 games, what happened to those first 2 games?
Bro, I don't know, man. We scrimped beforehand. We were looking fine for script, like during scrims, like and then all of a sudden we just kind of didn't hit the ball. You know, just we were throwing for content. Well, that makes me feel better. Or we were throwing for content.
Classic Wall way. That's a classic Wall saying here. But fortunate thing is, you take 3 games next, but those games could not have been any closer. All of them went to overtime, and all of them had their opportunities where Mist could have taken the game against you guys. Every single game felt like Mist had 2 or 3 opportunities that they really could have taken against you guys. You guys really had to work to keep them out. Every single game was tense. You guys did not
absolutely.
Get a break. But take me through the momentum that it is, because in overtime, winning like that, it's a huge momentum swing. Take me through that momentum after every single game and what it was like to kind of win every single game in overtime in that tense situation.
So, I mean, obviously it felt pretty good. After we got our first goal, we were just relieved that we weren't about to get perfect swept. So there's that. And after we won, I'd say the first every time it was like, thank God we won a game. But second game, we were like, oh my God, we have the chance to do something really funny. And honestly, third game, we probably should have lost, man. I don't know if you remember, but there's this instance on the goal line where me and I think also then Kenzie after made some ridiculous goal line saves.
That double save in the middle of the game, and even at 0 seconds, they had the ball was going in too.
Oh my God, man! The scream that we let out during call. I might post the call video because I think I haven't recorded it.
Well, let's record this stuff if you all are wondering.
It was crazy, man. And I just want to say, like, Thrifty told us not to lose anymore, and that's what I thought about whenever we were about to lose. Like, oh, Thrifty said no more losing after we lost to Fatal. So I was like, okay, we won't lose anymore.
You guys said as well, as you guys said as well, Team Evil Fatal is like now your biggest enemies, in ATS. They're the team that can take the spot away from you guys, and unlike a lot of teams here, you guys really do need to make that final bracket, because if you don't actually have a starting roster for that Advent Cup. Your starting roster cannot compete that day. Remember, you guys told me earlier about how important it is to take that top spot. So note the pressure is now on Team Evil Fatal. I mean, this match was huge for you guys. What are you guys thinking of as well about that? It's about how important it is to take that lead and to really put the pressure on Evil Fatal to force them to win their match now against the Whiffer Wet Jets.
We went into it hoping to get to 3-0, give us the best possible chance of making that day. I we're actively trying to figure out the scheduling thing because ideally we want to use the starting roster. So we're seeing how it's not completely out of the picture to be able to use the starting roster at this point in time. We're oh we don't know, but we're feeling great, man. We're feeling good about it. We're just trying to go day by day and see what game pops up. Like I didn't even know about the bracket till like 3-4 weeks in. So I just
Oh,
saw a channel with that said I needed to play a game, and it is what it is.
you do know the format now, right? With like wild card draft.
Right? Yeah. Now I know all about this.
There
This
you go.
stuff I didn't know. I didn't know about it before. I just saw a channel. It said play a game. I was like, okay,
Well, now you
yay.
know. You now know what you're up against here. This
I don't know,
and
man. That was the best team we played so far. I know we lost to Fatal, but I feel like those guys are good, man.
Mist has been a team that has really been asking to be on those power rankings every single. But they definitely deserve it with how they've been playing.
They definitely deserve it, man. But
I mean,
we also deserve to make it past 4, please, someone.
again, you guys, I now have put the pressure on Team Evil Fatal. If Evil Fatal win in any capacity, they do overtake you. But if they lose, you're going to that main bracket. You get to have a long break, regardless. I mean, take me through this. Whether you're playing the wild card or not, you got to tell me about what you guys are gonna do. What are you guys gonna do to practice? Because I mean, Mist is scary. There are still scarier teams in this bracket that many people consider even better than Mist. Now we'll see if that actually ends up being true. Mist has only played a couple teams out of their group, but knowing that there's other teams in here, what are you guys gonna do to practice to prepare for the upcoming postseason? Because whether you play in the wild card or that main event bracket, it's gonna be intense, especially in the Advent Cup. There has been no real consensus on who the top teams are.
Well, so fun fact for the first, I'd say 5 every week before this, we haven't done any practice. I've had like 4 to 5 hours past 2. I've been really taking a long break, and I just didn't. Well, because there's some like roster issues that happened before the season started, and we weren't even supposed to be in this. Like, Thrifty was supposed to remove us from this, but he didn't, I guess, or something happened, and then we picked up Volkenzi as like a friend, and then we were just kind of like having fun with it. It wasn't until before this week that we actually decided that we're gonna do scrims, we're gonna try to practice and stuff. So um, we're just gonna keep practicing.
About this team. I remember hearing at the start of the season that you guys had a chance of being eliminated. And I was thinking, oh dear, this is going to be really, really awkward to find a replacement for a team of such good players. But I'm happy you guys stuck through because I think a lot of people coming in this event knew how good you guys were, and you guys have really made this work. To know that there's still that off season coming up in mid to late November, you guys have been incredible so far. You take down RX-35 Mist in a 3-2 reverse sweep. Congratulations on your win wall, and with a little bit of hope, there's a very good chance you guys may be able to skip the wild card. But of course, no matter where you guys go, you're gonna be a scary team to take on. Again, congrats on your win. Before you leave, it's been a really long time since we last had you on this stream.
Right.
Ironically, I think it's been with the exact same roster though, with you, EJ, and Volkensy. So that's the fun part about this. But of course, before you leave, before you sign off for the rest of the night and probably go to sleep, or actually probably stay up. Do you have
Again, man. We're scrimming. No, I'm joking. So
I mean, knowing you, honestly, I wouldn't be that surprised.
I'd be
But
down, but they won't. They're dead asleep, man.
I don't blame them. But again, congratulations on your win. Before you leave, do you have any shoutouts, any last things you want to say? Anybody out there you want to thank?
Obviously, got to thank the team, man. Got to thank Volkenzi for sure because he stepped in without. I just told him, hey, I need you. He stepped in. Now we're doing pretty well together. Obviously, got to thank EJ for hitting some clutch shots out there. Got to give the biggest shout out to mental coach Zanny. He got us through the series, man. He got us through the series, keeping our head straight.
And you guys have looked good too. Congratulations on your 3-2 reverse sweep and taking down RX-35 Mist. You put the pressure on Team Evo Fatal. Have an amazing night, Wall. And again, with any luck, you guys will be advancing do that final bracket, but even then, the wild card is still a very good place for you guys to be. Congratulations on your win at the end of the regular season. Have an amazing rest of your night, Wall, and hopefully we'll see you again very soon.
Oh, thank you, man. See you.
All joining in, Incorrect Azul with a reverse sweep to take down Hunrix 30. What a match. That was exciting. And again, reminder, tomorrow gets intense because we've got Team Astro taking on Gryffindor QC. You're talking about a match that really means everything. For Team Astro, this is quite literally the playoffs on the line for them. So we're going to get to see that tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern on this stream. You don't want to miss that match because that match, again, has playoffs written all over it. If Team Astro win the series, they go to the final bracket. If they lose, they may not see the postseason. It's an intense match tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss that one. But we got to do a little drink break. One sec. And there we go. Thank you all so much for joining. This buddy is amazing hosting for all of you. It was amazing we got to see all these players in, but we're going to get it right out. Thank you all so much. Have an evening. Take care. Be well. We will see you all tomorrow. Team Astro, Gryffindor QC, 9 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss it.